Hey everyone, my name's Lloyd. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's special live 7 Secrets event. Before we get any further, let's show some love and appreciation with some likes and some comments down below for all the other artists. They are so incredibly talented and creative that I'm literally humbled to even be sharing the stage with them today. So let's give it up. Let's show some love for everyone, guys and girls alike, because they are so talented, and thank them for sharing their time and their creativity today. Now, we don't have much time, so I'm going to quickly tell you what you're going to learn from me today. And I'm really torn about sharing this secret with you all, but I think you've earned it. So super quickly, this is what I'm going to share with you. I've developed a method, a really devious tool that allows you to get a peek under conditions so fair and so clean that you might be burnt at the stake. You can get a spectator to write a word or draw a simple drawing on a playing card, on a business card, a note, a bill, it doesn't matter, anything you want. And with the deck inside the box, they can then place that card anywhere they like inside the deck, which is inside the box, which is then sealed. And the box can be shown all around 360 degrees. There's no sliding compartments or trapdoors. Yet whenever you like, you can get a full peek of that information. It sounds too good to be true, and I've only shared this with 3 people so far, and each of their reactions was exactly the same. It was cuss words. So when you see the secret, which you're gonna learn in about 1 minute's time, comment down below with as many cuss words as you like. This is how deceptive and clean this peek is. The spectator can take a card or a billet or a note or a bill, anything you like, and write a word or a simple drawing. So for the sake of being universal, I will do a simple drawing just like so. This. The pen is capped and placed away. All the while my back can be turned to the spectator. I then have them place that card into the box anywhere they like. So without flashing it to me, they place the card into the deck in any part of the deck they want, which is inside the box, which is then sealed. You can see there's no trapdoors or slits or anything sneaky, no sneaky compartments. And that's it. I now have my peak. And the way this works is just like this. You can see that they drew a house. So I'm going to teach you how to make your very own peak box right now. So the very first thing you need is to buy a privacy screen. Now, I bought a privacy screen for a laptop, which I cut up to do plenty of different things with, but this is the remainder of it. I just bought a laptop size piece of privacy screen that allows me to cut it up, and this is one that works angular. So when it's direct like this, you can see through. When you tilt at an angle, it becomes black. Okay, so you're going to get yourself one of these. The link that I bought for mine is on screen. Next, you're going to get yourself some black cherries. And what I've done, if you can see, is I have cut out the black section of the center of the box with the lid, with the flap on the same side as the cutout, okay? I've also kept the cellophane for the box. This is really important in making sure that the illusion works. So I take a very sharp blade, and be careful not to cut yourself. And I cut around the cherries and all the black section on both sides and just take out that black piece of card. Next, I get an old deck from anywhere, and I literally just cut out a big horseshoe shape in it. You can cut this out as big as you want, and you can take as much time with it as you want. But the one thing is that I make sure that this deck isn't glued together, because you want to give the spectators the freedom to insert their card into anywhere in the deck. So these now go into the box. They go into the box just like this. So now they're in the box just like this, meaning that when I place a card with information there, it'll be see-through. The last 2 things are, I just take a regular card and a cover card from the matching deck of cherries and place that in the top. That's just in case they slide out, or you want to do a false thing where you can have the deck out like this and they can see that it's whole as a convincer. The last thing you need to do is, when you cut the privacy screen, you're going to cut it to the size that fits a little bit smaller than the deck because you don't want it to flash here. So it's just a little bit smaller than a card. And also, you want to make sure that it changes to black when it tilts at this angle. You don't want it to do it this way. Okay? So you want to cut it so that it fits and it'll change at this angle. The last thing you do is you slide this into the box and past here. So look, you can't see that black there, which means you get this beautiful display of being able to show the box all around. And that is it. That's all you need for your peak device. It's really that simple to make. So this is how easy it is to perform. You have your peak box. I always bring it out with the peak screen facing down because this just gives me a lot more freedom. And there's only really a few things to note. The cellophane is important because the privacy screen is actually shiny. So that stands out as a shiny object compared to the rest of the cardboard unless the cellophane's over it. So that's why the cellophane's important. I bring it out face down and I can show the cards in the box. They really can place this anywhere they like into the deck. That's the beauty of this. I now close it up. I can show it all around and I make sure that the peak screen is still facing down as I do this. Because one thing to note is that when this is face up, they won't see it, but if you turn to the side, it'll become see-through, right? That's the way these peak screens work. So I do all the turning face down, and then I can turn it over widthways, okay? So I don't turn it over like this, I turn it over this way. And the important performance note is that the closer I am, so if we're really, 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 really close, they can stare down and see in. But as soon as I take a step back, that angle is now just what you need to create it. Also, I'm pointing this up at their eye line. So the deck, the front of the deck, or the front of the box, is pointing in line towards their eyes, like I'm aiming at their eyes. That makes it impossible to see. So this is always pointed up at them, but if I want it to be a bit more flat with the ground, I just take a step back and I can show this all around super fairly, super cleanly. Now the peak happens as I go to place this away. So I don't talk about peaks to the spectators because that makes them understand what peaks are when they shouldn't know what it is. So I just say I can't see it. Obviously the box is sealed. That's it. And now this is the privacy screen. All I'm going to do is take it and place it away. And as I'm tilting up, I'm seeing the peak really clearly. And you can make sure it's the right orientation. But I just get a nice big peak as I put it away. And my job is done. Hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you all get some great use out of this. And don't just stop there. This concept just goes so much further, but it works beautifully because of Cherry's playing cards, specifically the black deck. So let me know what you do with it. I hope you get a lot of mileage out of it. I've been Lloyd Barnes. Find me on YouTube for way more magic. But for everything else, I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Let's show some love for everyone else that's taken part. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all very, very soon. One more thing.